Welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot. Hope you're having a good week. I've got a project for you that I actually made for my grandson. He wanted a Hot Wheels party, and so I'm going to flip the camera around here and show you what I made. So the first thing I did was I bought the Ready, Set, Go stamp set. It's got the two cars, not exactly Hot Wheels, but definitely cars that would work. And I like that it's got the flags. I thought the caution cone was kind of funny. And Ready, Set, Go, Zoom. So I designed two cards because I wanted to make one that my mother could also give to him. So I'm going to show you both cards, and in the comments, I'd love to know which design you like better. And somebody's going to get at least one of these in the mail, maybe both of them. We'll see. All right, so I'm starting with Blueberry Bushel, and the reason I used blue is that is his favorite color. One thing I did before I started is I grabbed this embossing folder, and I thought it was kind of cool because it was kind of like the wind blowing. And of course, when you have NASCAR, the cars go really fast, or Hot Wheels. We're going to start with this piece. I'm going to stamp the car in red. So this is the first design. So I'm using the longer car for this one. All right, we're going to put him about right there. All right. Oh my goodness. I pushed too hard, and I'm always giving my ladies a hard time about that. And I did the same thing. All right. Let's tap, tap lightly. There we go. We'll try again. I always tell people when they get to stamp on both sides, they get bonus stamping. So I guess I'm starting with bonus stamping this morning. All right. Do you have your chamois and do you use it a lot? I sure use mine a lot. All right. I am going to take the happy birthday and I'm going to stamp it in the blue as well. Stamp it here. Then I'm going to grab my black. And there's some checkered flags. I'm going to add that to the front here. Here in the corner. One nice thing about the photopolymer is you can see through to see if you have a good image. So you know that it's going to stamp well. We were talking, I've been to our national convention and talking about how we are going to miss the red rubber because it stamps so beautifully. All right, so I'm doing this and I'm doing it kind of like he's been doing donuts. So there's the swish like he's been going round and round and round. I'm guessing my 5-year-old grandson did not guess that's what was going on. Probably good he doesn't. All right, so now I'm going to grab the other one. That was the design I used similar to that for my card. Then let me show you what I did for my mom's. So there's another one on in the set that's like a race car going forward, driving forward. So we're going to do, um, trying to remember how I did it. We'll go this way, I guess. We'll kind of put it here in the middle. Yep, I've slept since I designed the cards and I've already given them to him for his birthday party. We got to host it, and that's always a lot of fun and probably good for me to get my house cleaned up, right? All right, so I'm going to put those out of the way, and I'm going to use just a different birthday. I always think it's nice to create a little so that they don't look exactly the same. Let's line it up. Do you use the lines on either your grid paper or your mat? It looks like I had that happy birthday on my block a little crooked. And then I'm going to add the flags again. And this one, I'm not going to put the lines on it since it's coming towards me. All right. Then for the inside of the card, this card I'm doing, it has a little bit of a fun fold. It's a real simple one. Honestly, I figured a young 5-year-old isn't going to care what the card really looks like. They're just worried about the present. So I'm going to put a flag up here. This one I think I'll go across the top. Alter them just a little bit so I don't have to worry about them being in a straight line. And then I have this that says, to someone worth celebrating every single day. And it is from, I think it's The Right Words. I think that's the correct stamp set. I'll have to look. Thought it was sitting here. Yep, I'm correct. The Right Words. It's one of those very versatile stamp sets. And you know, the new catalog's coming out, and I don't know if this will be carried over to the online store or not, but you might want to think about getting it. I really like this one. I know a good thing when I see it, and I see lots of good things in you. It can be used for birthday, congratulations, thinking of you. I really like that saying. And just some really good ones. So it's The Right Words. It's a $26 set, but you get 14 stamps in it that would be stamps you can use over and over and over. All right, so we're going to stamp this in the middle. I used I know something good when I see it, and I see it in you for the other one, but since these will be going to different people, I'm going to use the same greeting here. Again, those of you that comment we'll do a drawing, and someone's going to get at least one of these cards, maybe two. We'll see how many people comment. And then I also made sure I had my envelopes, doing all my stamping at once. And I thought it would be fun to remind you that you can just do part of a stamp when you stamp on an envelope. So even though it's going to stamp on here, we're going to just do part of the car, like he is driving by, for that one. And then for the second one, let me get my blue ink there. I think I'll do 3 flags on the back. Have you seen that we have new black ink coming out? We're really excited about it. It's going to be a new black ink pad that will work with alcohol and water-based inks. So you'll have one ink pad that works for both. Part of that reason is Stampin' Up's been having trouble getting Memento and StazOn ink pads. And when you get something, you can't sell it. So they've been working hard, and they've designed their own so that way they can make sure they have it in stock. All right, so let's start putting the cards together. Oh, I have one more thing to stamp. God. All right, so I'm going to go back to this piece. You're kind of going like, what is she doing? She's all over the place. I promise it will make sense when I start putting them together. Just want to show you how just doing something a little different can make cards that are similar seem very different to the other people. Now, I always go in a diagonal because when you do that, it looks random, but it helps you not have blank spaces that you can't fill. I hate it when I end up with spots that just don't look right. All right, and then I always go back and fill in some spots. There we go. Doesn't that look cool? All right, I'm going to wipe that off. Sorry for my froggy voice. I don't know what's going on. There, now I think I'm done. All right, so I'm going to design the card similar to what I did for my mom's card first. Saw a little speck on that paper. I must have gotten a little ink on it or something. So for this one, this flap, I just cut off, let's see, I cut off 1.25 inches. This is a 3-inch flap. All right, so we're going to glue that down. I did not prime my glue, so let's see what happens. Do you store it upside down? I do. It really helps if I remember to store it. This one was laying on my desk open when I got to my desk today, which is not a good thing. All right, so we're going to lay this right here. Now we're going to take the race car. You can do it one of two ways. I love to color. So what I did was I took a black And I'm going to color the wheels. You could use a blender pen with this, but if you do, you're going to need to be really careful because a blender pen is going to pick up that blue ink. So I just colored these with the watercolor pencils and I did not use the blender pen. If you wanted to, you could have, as soon as you stamp it, color the car with the blue. I should have done that to show you how to do that. And it occurred to me just now, which doesn't help at all, does it? So we're going to color back here. My grandson loved that it was all blue. He's all about blue these days. Kind of interesting, our almost 3-year-old grandson doesn't seem to have a favorite color yet. So it's interesting. We'll see. I wanted the lines here that go to the car to be a little darker, so I'm pushing a little heavier on that. If you're not someone that likes to color, you could have just left it an open image, which would have been fine too, but I like to color. To me, it's relaxing. All right, now I am going to grab another colored pencil so I can color his helmet. I think it'd be fun if his helmet is a little bit different color. So it stands out just a little bit. All right. Okay, now we're going to glue this on some black. Since I've got the black flags on here, I thought that tied in well. I'm thinking about doing an all kids card class. If that's something you'd be interested in, and I would design it so that you could do it in person or online, let me know. Online might be a little bit of a challenge because you would need to have the stamp set since I can't stamp for you. All right, so we're going to put this on the inside. And you'll notice I didn't put anything on the bottom part of this card because I just want it to be white since I cut off the front. All right, so there's that card. I could add bling, and if it was for a little girl, I probably would. But boys aren't that much about bling. At least my grandsons aren't. All right, so there's that card. So let's put the second one together. It's just a little different. So I'm going to take those swirls that I created with the embossing folder. When you adhere embossing pieces, you want to put a lot of adhesive because only part of it is getting attached. The other part is raised because of the embossing. All right, so now remember, you need to vote and tell me which one you like better. We'll quickly color. You know what? I'll leave this one open just for variety. And besides, you don't need to watch me color. All right. So I'm going to put this here. And because I'm gluing on the flap, I hope you noticed on the last one, I put adhesive there. Then I put adhesive over here so that I don't risk getting glue where I don't want it. Because that happens way too often, doesn't it? All right, and then I have my inside piece. Gonna go right here. So now I have 2 little boy cards ready to go. I don't know about you, but it makes life easier if you've got an assortment of cards that you can pick from. And you're not always trying to create very quickly because it's about time to leave for that party. All right, so which do you like better? Do you like the blue swish there, or do you like the flags? Comment, and somebody's going to be getting one of these cards in the mail. Thanks again. If you need anything, I would be so happy to order it for you and get it. I am always appreciative of any orders that I get. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later.